When I was a freshman in college, there was in the dorm next to mine, a kid died, and it turned out it was the other people in the dorm smelled his body. It had been in there for 5 or 6 days, and it turned out that he had been he died autoerotic asphyxiation.
Wow!
You know, he had the belt around his neck.
Tough way to go.
Right.
It's always tough on the family.
I think that's the worst of it.
You should never bury a child.
Under any circumstance.
Is anyone ever going to disagree? Hold on. I got something to say.
Here are the pros to it. But yes, I say that, imagine it's the worst death for the parent, you know? Imagine the dean of my college calling the parents, Mr. Carolla, this is Dean Dameshek.
How's my son doing? Still getting a C in chem class? I talked to him about that.
Unfortunately, this isn't a laughing matter. This is, in fact, the worst possible news.
Grade's worse than I thought.
You might want to sit down.
I'm sitting. Go ahead.
Your son, Clutch Carolla, has passed away. We found him.
My God. He's gone?
We found his body earlier today.
What happened in the library? Pulling an all-nighter? Had too much no-dos?
No, unfortunately, the death is only part of the story.
Hold on. Let me put my wife, Mike, on the phone, too. This is traumatizing. Dear?
Yes?
This is Dean Witter from the college.
How are you?
It's bad news, sweetie. I'll fill you in.
Mike, you want to sit down? Clutch Carolla passed away early.
No.
We just
Clutch is gone, honey.
No.
We just found out.
The room that we had made into a shrine, well, it's going to remain a shrine, actually. There's no modifications need to be made. But continue. So what happened? On the gridiron? Intramural football? What was he doing? He was pushing himself too hard, wasn't he?
Well, actually, he was alone.
Alone?
Yeah.
Trying to put out a fire? Went back into the dorms after he saw the flames belching from the windows. Thought there may have been a pet in there. What happened?
This is a little uncomfortable. He was alone in his dorm room, and
hot plate caught on fire.
No,
cooking up some green tea, trying to stay up longer to study harder to make his old man.
I'm sure you're
bizarrely named Mom Mike happy. Tell on.
Some young men, in particular, have a sex drive. I'm sure that's you understand.
Hit with the ladies, chip off the old block.
He was pleasuring himself.
Oh God!
He was touching himself.
Oh, probably in preparation for a date.
Well, there's a little bit more to the story than that. Sometimes.
Let me get this straight. He was attempting to perform mouth-to-mouth on another student who was choking on a biscuit and pleasuring himself.
No, he was by himself. No one else in there. Door locked, and sometimes.
Well, this couldn't get worse.
This
could not get worse. Sweetie,
sometimes
please. I need you to be strong. I need you to be strong for me right now and not spit on the mic. You got a snot rocket on the mic. Sweetie, I need you to be strong for me right now. Can you do that?
Yes, she's overwhelmed.
People sometimes will.
It couldn't get worse than this. The news could not get worse. It could not possibly get worse than our deceased son pleasuring himself.
Sometimes people heighten their orgasm through means called autoerotic asphyxiation. They choke themselves.
Care about what kind of car was in the parking lot, good sir. I lost a son.
Well, in
fact,
he took a belt. He took the belt from around his waist, wrapped it around his neck.
That's the kind of boy he was. He would pull himself up by his own belt, dust himself off, and try again. Nothing could keep him down.
Of course. Christmas.
It was a reversible one, if I do remember. Never had the chance to use the brown side. But of course his belt was undone if he was pleasuring himself, sir.
No, it was tightly affixed around his neck.
I don't care where the belt was. The point is he It couldn't have gotten any worse than this.
I would like to forward the body, send the body on to you. I should warn you ahead of time that it smells quite badly.
Well, he died a hero. That's the important part. You say the belt was where?
It was tightly around his neck.
Why would the belt... I suspect foul play then. He was strangled by a jealous co-ed because his grades were too good.
I think, unfortunately, the truth is that he was alone. The door was locked. Every indication is that...
How could he strangle himself
and
while
probably
masturbating? I bid you good day.
I'm sorry to be the one who has to tell you this.
Sweetie, I'm sorry you had to hear it this way, too. Well, we shan't recover from this.
We still have Josie.
Yes. We have our lesbian daughter who's not speaking to us.
I don't know if this is the appropriate time to ask, but do you mind if I keep the belt? He's not going to need it.
Well, we'll not speak out against this. We'll not go on one of those tours like if he was clipped by a drunk driver. This will not be one of the things we share with the world. And by the way, I almost through the first quarter, obviously we wouldn't need any of that tuition money back, but we did pay for the entire year, and obviously he'll not be attending as... the refund that's given, or let's not get mired in those details.
If you'd be willing to pay the costs that it will take to clean the stench out of the room, then I think we can work out a deal.
Okay.
And scene.
Wow, powerful. Dave
You can see it.
Dameshek.
Terrific. It would be awful.
Dave Dameshek is being winner. Mike Lynch is Mike, my wife. Adam Carolla played the grief-stricken father. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I just say you were so generous as an actor, Adam. I mean, when I came in here to do this scene, was I nervous by the great Adam Carolla? Sure, I was. But you were so generous, and you're so and it's why I got into acting.
Yeah.
Dave, I'd like to thank you for giving me a playground to work on as an actor.
Wow. Thank you too, Dave. And it was a joy. Although bringing the grief-stricken parent of a child who killed himself while masturbating and putting a bag over his head simultaneously was tough to bring home. I had to do it.
Well, as the dean, playing this character, I like to throw myself into the character, and I took it home with me, and that was not a comfortable skin to sit in.
You didn't like what you saw.
No.